your boy Edge. Edge made a return at SummerSlam, and on the pre-show, nonetheless, and gave Elias a spear. Now, everybody knows how. If anybody knows me, knows how I feel about Edge's spear. I think Edge has one of the worst spears in professional wrestling. I think him and Rhino had one of the worst spears. But the problem with Rhino is the thing about Rhino is Rhino at least makes his look good, even though it's a glorified shoulder tackle.
Yeah.
But I still think Edge has the worst spear in professional wrestling. I'm sorry, he do. It's the most safest spear in the world. So he comes back and spears Elias.
The safest spear, yeah, he gets hurt on it.
Exactly. I don't get who spears that way. But make sure he places his knees down and he hugs him. Edge had a couple good spears in his career, but if you look at all Edge's spears, I'm over Roman, Lashley, they don't hold up at all. But we still know what the best spear in wrestling is, so we don't even go with that one. So he makes a comment the other day after he spears Elias. He comes out and says, "You know what? I feel good." Now I'm gonna stop you right there. Anytime Edge, or anytime a wrestler who's been retired for a long period of time says, "I feel good," that's always something you really should be kind of cautious on. So
he trying to get that Saudi money. That's what that is.
Trying to get that sweet Saudi money. So then he says, "I could do a match tomorrow. Edge on feeling healthy to wrestle at a WWE match." To be honest with you, I'm surprised with Edge's neck injury that he was able to pull that spear. Cause you know, Edge do a spear, he snap his neck back like he's crazy and shit. And I'm like, oh shit. I was like, I watch his neck like, oh my god. But Edge, and I quote, says this comment: "To be perfectly honest, I think I could do a match tomorrow," said Edge, "and I might be blown up, but I'll be okay. It's just from what I know with the WWE medical staff, they won't allow it." Now, I had to touch on this real quick because I'm like, as much I was a fan of Edge. He's not like my top 10, but I was a fan of Edge when he was the Radar Superstar, and was just doing crazy shit with Lita on the Live Sex Celebration, or when he had his feud with the Undertaker. Edge was legit, but I'm sorry. Would you want to see an Edge comeback?
Well, for one, he's not coming back. I'm telling you that now.
Well, you know what? We said the same thing about fucking Goldberg.
Well, but Edge is like, I think he just got that bug when he was training with Beth for us. He was training with Beth for WrestleMania, and him and the Revival trained together, so that kind of egged him on, I guess.
Oh.
That's what happened to a lot of people. That's what happened to Shawn Michaels, because he wasn't even thinking about wrestling. Then as soon as he started working for NXT, then he started, getting the bug. Then he came back.
And he saw Velveteen Dream. He was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I can mix it up with that guy. But anyway, it's like, I think a lot of wrestlers feel that way. Like, hey, I can wrestle tomorrow. But I'm like, he says WWE Medical because you know what I think it is? I think, okay, I know you've seen Avengers Endgame, right?
Yep.
So remember when Iron Man he got all the Infinity Stones and he says, "I am Iron Man," which, by the way, I bought on last Tuesday. It's out on Blu-ray. Make sure you guys. I watched it 3 times already.
Everybody.
Huh?
Make sure y'all get that.
Have you bought yours yet?
Oh yes. Yes.
I watched it about 3 times already. So. And one time I watched it with the whole family. I'm like, yeah, this is an event. And I was still trying to hold back the water in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? But he sets his fingers, and then we see in Spider-Man Far From Home, spoiler alert, that it has created an opening in the multiverse. Right?
Okay.
I think Daniel Bryan was Iron Man. When Daniel Bryan said that he could come back after having to retire, and he made his way back to wrestling, that opened up a can of worms for all these wrestlers that got injured at a young age to say they can come back. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree, but some people, I'll be honest, I don't think some of them should come back.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, but don't you think that's the people that got injured, stuff like that? This is making the other wrestlers saying like he gave them extreme hope, and people like Edge and Paige and everybody else is just like, you know what? I honestly didn't think. No, I didn't think he was going. You should be coming back. And Edge, one of the people like right now. There's a couple people I would love to see Edge mix it up with, like just as dream matches. But that's what the video game is for.
Yeah, if Edge came back, he was like, all right, I want a retirement match. Like this, I'm done. This is it. I'm gonna have a retirement, like Kurt Angle. Not no retirement tour, just retirement match. I'm done. This is it.
Well, would you want to see Edge retirement match? You know he's gonna pick Christian.
Kurt Angle picked Baron Corbin. Who cares?
Excuse me.
Just a celebration.
WWE picked Baron Corbin. Okay. Well, he kind of did.
Well, Kurt Angle said okay. He didn't have to say okay, but I'll put the guy over. But I'm saying if that's the case, because his retirement match was at WrestleMania. His last match was at WrestleMania, but it's not the same because we didn't know it was the last match, so you can really appreciate it. It's a totally different thing.
It's just that I am a little upset that the last match I have to remember of Edge is for first of all that god awful WrestleMania 27 against Alberto Del Rio.
You gotta hold out the R.
Oh, Alberto Del Rio.
I wish that he didn't know it was the end. So
he didn't, but I'm just like, but there are so many other matches. And even today, I would love to see Edge mixed up with like AJ Styles.
Of course.
Yeah, I still want the Hall of Pain Mark Carey mixed up with AJ Styles.
Weird enough, Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, I want to see Edge do it, but see, once Kyle O'Reilly do that heel kick to the back of your head, Edge is dead. You know how Kyle O'Reilly be doing a heel kick to come right to the back of your head?
Smash, yeah.
Yo, Edge's neck gonna realign back to where it was at, and like, you know what, you're done. He may not even wake up after that. No, thank you.
Next thing we know, Corey Graves gonna be getting up at the announce table talking about, I have an announcement.
I can see Corey Graves doing that though.
Yeah, because Corey Graves and Edge were the only two people on the no contact list.
Yeah, well,
and Edge is actually off of that list now.
There has to be a reason why Edge took that, because even though he don't take bumps, Edge almost took. No, he didn't take that bump though, but he gave Elias a spear. That's activity.
Yeah.
Last time
that's the move that actually ended it.
Yeah. Every time, even when Daniel Bryan tested it, everybody's like, so, wait, why is everybody taking a bump like this? And then comes to find out he was clear.
Nah, Daniel Bryan kind of went overboard his first night back. He took a powerbomb on the apron.
This nigga was, this guy was drunk. I'm sorry. Watch my language. Throw $1 in the jar because I know I don't use that word on this podcast. But man, did he was like, yo, I'm gonna show. He said I'm indie back.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it better than Sami Zayn do.
Yeah,
but Daniel Bryan did open up the door to give more people hope. Like Paige, I think Paige really wants to try to come back.
Yeah, I just
she just had neck surgery, so
I just don't want Edge to fall into the whole sweet salty money thing.
I'm pretty sure the Prince. Oh, I saw Edge at SummerSlam. We need Edge.
Yeah, we don't.